Girl, you can do what a man won't know, but you still be a lady. Girl, you can do what a man can do, but you still be a lady. Man smart, but woman smarter. Do you know why I'm singing this song, this King Yellow Man classic? Because one of our female role models, as usual, she's done it again. One of our high flyers in Zambia has just been honored with a doctorate degree. And this is none other than the CEO at Absa Zambia, Dr. Mizinga Melu. Congratulations now, Dr. Mizinga Melu. I just want to appeal to all our young ladies, the females, look up, to a serious role model like Dr. Mizinga Melu, like our Vice President, Honorable Mutale Nalumango, like the Zanaco CEO, Mrs. Munkwandi Chibesakunda, like Baroness Dambisa Moyo, member of the House of the Lords. These are like the COMESA Secretary General, my older sister, Ms. Chileshe Kapwepwe. These are concrete role models. If they can do it, young lady, young girl, you can do it too. Speaking of women, the woman who actually birthed me and brought me onto this earth, Beatrice Yehemba Makowane. It's been 12 months. Yesterday was actually her memorial. Mama, I salute you. Yehemba Mwane. Mama Mwane. Why? It was actually her first memorial. We lost Mom 12 months ago. So, just to salute. Oh, Mama, wabwana mfetu. Serious. And and moving away from, the women, we cross over to another high flyer. This one's a guy, though. Big congratulations to my brother, Jerome Kawesha, who was actually awarded the Best Director of the Year 2025 by the prestigious Institute of Directors. Jerome Kawesha, congratulations, and congratulations to all of us Zamcel alumni. Shout out. Well done, Jerome. Before we get into some other topics, I was reading this lovely book. It was done by this young man called Kambole Chituo, Into the Lion's Den. You better read this book. I'm telling you, you'll be in bookstores very soon. I just want to talk to you young guys, the young people, ourselves, even as we're getting older. We're getting too mixed up into this so-called modern world. We've forgotten even nice basic things that make us relax, like reading. When was the last time you read a book? Tell me. And sometimes it doesn't have to be these serious topics, like fiction. This is a really, really nice book, Into the Lion's Den. You need to read this book. You should look out for it in the bookstores. Very soon it will be in all the bookstores. It will also be available online. Into the Lion's Den by Kambole Chituo. Kambole, well done. Really, really good book. South Africa, Durban. What's going on in South Africa? Again, the xenophobic attacks have come back. I'm calling upon the government of South Africa, please. I think enough is enough. We can't be killing your fellow Africans like this, whipping them, torching them, knifing them, doing all sorts of things. Why? We're calling upon the South African government to teach our brothers and sisters, please. This is heartbreaking.
We are fixing this continent. This thing of you guys moving from one country to the other, it's no longer working. We don't want this as African people anymore. We are tired of seeing African migrants moving all over the world, refusing to fix your own countries. Now we're making it very clear to you guys, Utitina, we don't want you here. We want you to fix your countries. Now you came here with a traveling document. You came with a passport. You know that you are a visitor, but now you decided to come and integrate in our communities. You know very well that what you have done is wrong.
How many children do you have here?
We can come to Ghana and do what you're doing.
AP passport.
Eh? Now you are carrying a bucket. It's 11 a.m. You were supposed to be fighting the government of Ghana there to ensure that they are getting things right.
No, there's no fight in Ghana. You must fight what they do.
Where's your papers?
Passport.
Passport.
Where's the passport?
Take it out.
Let me see your
I mean, something needs to be done, you know, and when I can tell you that we are your brothers. We are not your enemies. We are your brothers and sisters. You have every right to be on any part of the African continent, just as we have every right to be on any part of the African continent, including South Africa. This is not separate from that country. This is one continent, one nation, the African nation. You have to stop this. I'm calling upon South African government, do something. In fact, I'm writing a letter to your High Commissioner here. I'm going to write a letter to protest, say, no, we can't be doing this. Otherwise, maybe all black people who are not South Africans, maybe let's leave. Maybe let's stop coming to South Africa. Or maybe let's even stop patronizing your businesses. Because out of all the economies in Africa, one economy has actually dominated. We've got chains from South Africa across the entire length and breadth of Africa. So if you want to enjoy our money, how can you be doing this to us? So please, this has to stop. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah. So I think South Africa, please, our brothers and sisters in South Africa, the government in South Africa, please do something. Otherwise, you know. And yeah, speaking of which, South Africa, the body of the 6th Republican president, Mr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, you know, we were told, oh, finally, we thought now maybe we're going to close this very painful, very embarrassing, very disturbing chapter. But no, we please, I'm appealing to both parties, the government on the one side, the family of the late president on the other side, and even ourselves as citizens. This concerns all of us. Let's all engage ourselves. Maybe let's go into prayer. Let's put our 6th Republican president, let him rest now. So I'm praying that both sides can find common ground so that we bury the president. Please. Anyway, we'll be right back after this break. And when we get back, we'll have our guest in the studio. Our guest today is none other than Kalaluka, a.k.a. Karasa of the Go Mama Go fame.
For 21 hours in Britain, BM TV. For 21 hours, perfect with the button. Pacman my channel for late night show. Now, Pacman will be back with
Welcome back, and of course we have our guest in the studio. Our guest today is none other than Mama Go, Karasa.
Biggie man.
At Bwanjiwe.
Muliche. Yes, looking handsome.
Thank
of all,
you.
Just a compliment.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. We got gray hair all over, man.
I'm doubling up, you know what I'm saying?
Karasa, thank you very much for gracing our show.
My pleasure being here too.
Thank you. Welcome to BMTV. Welcome to the late night show.
Yeah, looks beautiful to be here. Feels beautiful. Yeah, motivating.
Yeah.
Nice people, nice place. Everything for the industry, good things.
Yo.
We're going ahead with our growth and commencing with our entertainment.
Excellent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you, Karasa. Why Karasa? Your real name is Kalaroka. I mean, I know you. Where does Karasa come from?
It's a very good question. I've always wanted where I can explain for people. My real name is Kalaluka Kaingu, Kunyanda Kaingu.
Yes.
Excuse me. Yeah, so Karasa is not from any abbreviations or anything like that. It's a Portuguese word actually.
Oh.
It means young mafia.
So you're a young mafia?
I feel like. Yeah, man. But anyway, it comes from, I was at this school called Refudim Institute. I started boarding in grade 4, surprisingly, or rather eventually. So when I went to Refudim, we had people from all over Southern Africa, from Botswana, from Congo, from Malawi, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Namibia, Angola. So Karasa was the Portuguese word from the Angolans. The guys, when they came, they used to, by then there was Savimbi in Angola. So these are guys that used to be brought by the Angolan embassy, and they used to come brutal, and they would be like, try to, you know what I mean, bully us a little, you know, in grade 4 and all that. And when you made them feel nice, they'll say, Karasa, come here. Come here, Karasa. If you made them feel bad, they'll tell you, they'll call you something else, like, you know, like, anyway, I wouldn't say that way. Yeah, but they would call you another name, which would mean maybe outsider or no, not needed person. But Karasa was a word they would use when they feel nice.
So that's when.
So we all used to start, we like the word, you know. So every time your friend would like make you feel nice or you get along, you'll be like, good things, Karasa. Like that. So when I switched from Refidim, I was a Refidim from grade 4 up to grade 7. And I wrote grade 7. Anyway, I'm glad or rather proud to say I came out the best boy.
Oh.
Yes. Then
so you got brains too.
It was, hence the color of my hair. Yes. So then mom was like, no, you need to now go to a normal boarding Zambian setup, not this private school where you feel like you are a superstar or something. So she pushed me to Chikankata High School, grade 8, where I met the likes of the Slab Ds and Hamovas. Actually, when I reached Chikankata, Slab D was grade 10, Hamova was grade 12, Sutu was grade 12. You know, it was also another bunch again there. So when I reached there, when I would use the Karasa word, because it was already on my tongue, you know, like, like say, like those words like that. Like. So I would also use it because there's that subconsciously forgetting that you're in a different atmosphere where people don't understand that language. So the guys were like, that guy who likes saying Karasa. So they started calling me Karasa.
Karasa.
That guy Karasa. So that's how it just built up. Maybe just to
wow, that's pretty interesting. So that's how you came up with your alias.
Yes. People actually started calling me that, and I was like, I'm cool. Call me Karasa. Call me Karasa.
Hey. But was this always your dream career to be in the music industry, entertainment industry, or did you want to do other things? When you were growing up, what were you like sort of?
If you say dream, I would not really say it was the dream. I would say it was something that I wouldn't avoid, something in me. Dream subconsciously, maybe. Like you keep doing something, you keep enhancing something where you don't know really where you want to end up, but you love doing that which you're doing. Yeah, maybe if I say so. Because I'll tell you, Refidim Institute, I went there in grade 4. That's where I met Levins. Nalema. Yes. He was at Refidim. He was actually the best friend to Alex Sakala. Alex Sakala, Royal Parks and this.
Oh.
Yes. He was a friend to Levins. They were playing together. They were older than me. They were like grade 9. No, they were like grade 11.
At Refidim.
Refidim Institute.
Because my young brother, Kulinji, was actually at Refidim.
Yes. Even Taitu was at Refidim.
Yes.
So Daliso was like grade 9. Daliso Mwana Mkomboni.
Yes.
It was like grade 9 and there are a lot of them also that I met a bunch of the people there. So by grade 5, just not to get out of topic, by grade 5, I made the quartet. Because when the Taitu and the likes had the big guys quartet where they would do baritons, bass, and share the way, the voices and what, and we used to love it. It was SDA or it was an SDA, school. Not an SDA school. The owner of the school implemented SDA rules and regulations. So we had that SDA kind of, setup. So the guys used to sing and we used to love the way they would do, the way the SDAs do their voices. So I made the quartet when I was in grade 5 because of the love of music.
Music.
So what I can say is the love of music has always been there from the earliest stage. Yes. So I couldn't really answer to say it was a dream then. It became a dream maybe when I reached grade 10, somewhere there. But as early enough, I was
already
oriented, and I was already in love with the whole singing idea. Yes, sir.
Apart from music, do you do anything else? Or is this your full time?
No, I'm a man. I'm actually, when someone calls me a musician, I usually shake my head. I'd rather be called an artist.
You're an artist?
Yes, because my artisans are quite diverse. Like, other than music, I'm a designer. I can make logos. I'm also a visual artist. I can draw better than the camera can capture.
Oh.
See there?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If you see my artworks, like you see my stuff, anyway, of which I'll make you go through, you tell me that that is also another spectacular art
talent.
Yes, we also trying to open a clothing line. I'm a jewelry designer also. But other than that, I pursued gemology. I'm a gemologist. The study of gemstones, diamonds, emeralds, what have you. I'm a master in that field. So
so I'm talking about that, like gemology and precious stones, jewelry.
Yes.
I mean, your mother, one of the very, very established business women in mining, Madame Namakao Kaingu. She's done so much. We salute her. Tell us more. What type of influence that has had, obviously, on you? Did that also help you pursue this, this love for gemstones, for jewels?
Wow. That's a very good question, because I'm not the only product of Amina Makao Kaingu, as
of
you
course.
know. Yeah, so Mom has literally been the anchor of all of us, her children, into the artisan world. She's been the motivation and inspiration.
Yes.
Because I remember when we were young, maybe let me just, like I got so much to say, let me just...
Say it! That's why you're here. That's why you're on the late night show.
Let me just pitch into every little. Mom would actually even like give us like how can I say, a challenge. Iris is my cousin, you know that? Iris Kaingu. So there are times when we were young, us from Lusaka would move and go to Choma, and then we go and mingle with the rest of our cousins from there. And Mom would be that person that liked kids and liked to see which little talents and gifts
does a child have.
like she would provoke the situation, like. So there are days when she would just play music and a lot of us kids, and she would just say, somebody to dance for me. Then, Peterson is one of the person that would always amaze Mom, because when she would put a Chirumba song, he would just jump in and dance.
Do his moves.
He's a very good dancer.
Of course.
And then she would give him, there's a day she gave him money and a shoe. Then we're like, yeah, we should have all danced. Then the next person who dances gets less than the first guy. The graph goes
down.
So now we knew that, hey, Kagemuka.
You put out your best. Otherwise...
Yes. So in a way, indirectly influencing our talents and skills and gifts to mushroom and develop, maybe, if I could say so. Yes.
How was, you come from clearly a very artistic, talented family. How has your brother, Peterson Zagaze, how has that sort of influenced your music?
I feel, I had my own musical feel and program in me already. Like I told you, as early as grade 4, he had gone to Sefula by then. So we were only meeting during holidays, like that. by then I can't say I was influenced direct, but I was just influenced by him telling me like, you know about Tupac, you? I was Tupac when he plays for me. It's just the guy who does this, does that, hip hop, you know. He'll tell me stories. He'll tell me about Wenge Muzika, tell me the stories about these guys and Kofi Olomide, where they come from. He always used to have the background stories and, he was always informed. So I would always rely on him for some information musically. Like TLC, when there was a left eye, he would always tell me this is left eye, this is who. And there's a cousin of mine, Mama, she's now in Washington. She would always, me, I would arrive at home and before Peterson comes, she would tell me, yeah, not you, hey, the original guys, the real guy, where they would share like, on the same level.
Wow.
Yes, so later on, I would say, after I completed high school, I think I stayed with mom for like a year and it was boring. I wanted to join by then Peterson had brought out Nyaole already. So my dream, was to join my brother and see the music realistically, what it looks like, not the story where I'm just getting the vibes like Peterson, So when I joined him is when I was taught the real tricks of the trade and taught that this is real industry. It's not those things of your body, because I used to have this thing where I'm looking down on some people. Like, those organized family. Then you tell me, oh, no, you don't know those guys are thinking. You are there rapping Tupac's music. You are making their own music.
Yes.
So Peterson was there to put me in the realistic, nomological situation and understanding.
Wow.
Yeah, he was always there and, everything is still, memories are still as fresh. So I would be like, I want to sing. Then you'd be like, what can you sing? Then I would start rapping and he said, yeah, English here? No. Try to be more logical. Masses listen to this kind of music.
Stuff.
Try by all means to put vernac in your music. You're talking to Zambians, you're not talking to Americans. You know that logic. He really tried. The time I was choosing a name, what name should I go with? Wow. Now, at Refidim, when I was grade 4, 5, 6, they called me Keku. Like, Keku? Like, nah. What happens when you grow old, Mr. Keku, an old man, Then I'll be like, Illuminati. You'll tell me, nah, not that.
That's the original.
Yeah, like, even just coming up with Karasa, we had to talk about it. Like, what is your name?
Your stage name.
Yeah. Then you tell me, oh, this sounds better. Even Kalaluka would be okay. Then I remember joking, they don't think it's innocent Kalaluka. Things like that. So he was there to really give me, realistic directions.
Right, that's so nice. And your family, like we said earlier, Mam Namakau has gifted us with some very talented Zambians, yourself, Peterson, your older brother, Chiwekatewe, is one of us, is a comedian.
Yes.
How come you didn't find yourself on the comedy side of things? Have you tried to do some comedy? Do you do comedy as well?
I think nowadays I can feel that thing where I feel like I can do stand-up comedy.
You can do stand-up.
Yeah, because I've got a million jokes now I've accumulated.
You should, we would try you.
But anyway, I think it's also, like for him, his contribution to me is to give me some humor. He's a man of very high humor.
Very humorous.
Yes. So for him is this moment could be very serious, then it can just turn into laughter from,
Yes.
Like I remember one day I had an issue with my ex-wife. Then he came and he was shouting at me like, your wife was telling me you reached home. And he told me everything, and then he said, how do you reach home and start performing? There's no stage. So there's that humor. You know what I mean? Like from a very rough, serious talk
discussion, yes.
Yeah, it turns into a light moment, something like that. So with him, he's like elder than Peterson. He's our big brother. He's more, for me, he's more like a father. I could say the gap between me and him, there's some people in between, maybe 3-4 people. Yeah, so for him, is a wisdom tree, I could say, where you know you're going to hear something substantial.
Okay.
Yes.
In your hit song, Go Mama Go, you talk about the witch doctor, Nyanga Sansaku. What was the idea behind that?
I've suffered with that question.
With that question, yeah. We go ask it here as well now. Can you tell us so?
I really
Sansaku.
hope it's the last time I'm going to. Yeah. Okay. When I was writing Go Mama Go, it was days after, maybe 3 years after college. But I was now at a stage where I could now put up lyrics without copying anybody, like make my own grammars, and you know what I mean. Put up, phrases together without really getting it from anywhere, creating something from my own brain.
Yes.
So, can I say the intro? I said, Karasa Karayo, Midnight Rider. So Karasa Karayo, my name, Midnight Rider, being a little poetic here. Midnight Rider, because usually I'm a lone rider. I like to move alone unless I bump myself into a close friend, but still more, I'll still be on my own. So I called myself Midnight Rider. Fireman is my name. I got the fireman from the King Fireman, Capoton, from Jamaica.
From Jamaica?
Yes, Capoton is who we call the King Fireman, King Shango. So I call myself a fireman because I chant like him. So I said, fireman, titan. A titan, you know the word titan. Something big or something complex. So I said, Karasa Karayo, Midnight Rider, fireman, titan, African viper. So African viper to mean, you know a viper?
Yes.
Yes, that's
snake.
A viper is the fastest striking serpent.
Yes.
Its strike is the fastest. So I meant I strike like a viper. In short. So Karasa Karayo, Midnight Rider, fireman, titan, African viper, so venomous, killer bite. So I'm still talking about the viper, the venom and the killer bite. Then I said, Dr. Sansakuwa Juju Lullaby. This all, intro was poetic. So when I said Dr. Sansakuwa Juju Lullaby, a lullaby is some sweet music for kids.
To put you to sleep.
Yes. So I meant my music is gonna catch you like Jojo Oriente. Like that. So that's what I meant. But the selection of the name Dr. Sansakuwa actually came from Dola. I did gemology from Dola. So every time I was going to catch on the school bus, I would bypass a banner written Dr.
Sansakuwa. So that's why you picked the name.
So when I was trying to write the intro, I felt like since I said to venomous killer bite, I wanted it to sound like some spiritual orientation. That's poetic, of course. Yeah, just art. To imply, yeah. So I used the only word I could remember for ever seeing for a witch doctor was Sansakuwa. Yes, because I passed there every day when going to school.
But now, didn't you get any criticism for mentioning a witch doctor in a song? Ngangar, man. A lot of people, the Christian nation, Ngangar.
So manje Christian nation.
Ngangar.
Mukristian.
Zirimo ngangar.
Mukristian nation Ngangar. So manje is the bandit. So anyway, to answer your question, the criticism was so big, and some people actually feared me. There's incidents that will make you laugh. I had a show in Kasama, I used to move with the Yellow Man by then. Yellow Man is one of my best friends in the industry. Like, we connect very well. Not that we are found together, but me and him,
There's
we
a connection.
connect. Yeah, we connect positively.
There's the energy.
The energies, yeah, connect. So, there's one time we're performing in Kasama. After the show in the night, I lost the days I used to wear the Egyptian almost every time.
Yes, the
Even
pharaoh.
right now in the industry, I mean on the interview, I would have that robe on. But anyway, those days. So I also used to move with Kasembe. Like when I'm performing, like it was a sign of a warrior or something. So after performance, I forgot that thing.
On the stage.
On the stage. What shocked me is we stayed there for 2 days. Believe you me, sir.
No one wanted to touch the cassette.
I asked guys, where is my cassette? It's not there. It's not there. Then I remembered where I left it on the stage. Ndara, I go on the stage after 2 days. I find it exactly where I left it. As if in the hammer I saw. As if in the hammer I saw. So, you know, to some extent, I thought maybe I was a witch doctor also.
Even yourself, you
I
thought
started
maybe.
believing because
Even yourself started thinking, maybe I'm a nganger, man.
Yes, because things
I'm a
that would
nganger.
happen, sir. Just one of the incidents is one I said.
Uh.
The other one, I was like Kaole Falls, somewhere in Solwezi. You know, I found the place so packed, like in the car park, and I was wearing the robe. So I told the bouncers to say, guys, are you all enough? Like, can we walk up to the entrance? The guys were like, Turin Jombana, Yashan. Like, oh, me, I know I'm safe. Like, the guys were four. Ndara, when the doors just opened for the car, the moment I came out like this, there was an accident. Just stepping out of the car, like, two cars. There, let's start walking. We start walking with the bouncers. By the time I reached the door to enter the club, I was alone.
Where were the bouncers?
They were stuck in the crowd. You know, they were stuck in the crowd. And for me, really, nobody could stand my way. It was like everyone was scared of touching the rope. Maybe you can tap into some energies you can't contain, you know? So that thing brought a lot of mixed feelings. For me, it was like a blessing and a curse.
And a case at the same time.
Yes, some things would be too good, some things would be too bad.
Yeah.
Some people would look at me and say, no, in the chair of fire, and go,
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I've gone through it. With
So,
that
but do you still mention the witch doctors and Sakoa in your songs, or that was first and last?
No.
That was first and last.
Then I actually remember 2015, 16, he actually called me. The Sansakoa himself, Frank, one-on-one.
From Ndola.
Oh, yeah. I never seen him, but I heard his voice, no?
Oh, wow.
And he told me, Karasa, you have done me proud. I was like, what's that? And that song of yours, what you did for that intro, has given me so much business.
So much business, because people must have.
Yeah. So, yeah, just to speak about that, but no connection with Juju in my career, really. I don't even know what it feels like. Yeah, I believe in hard work, maybe just to speak for myself. I believe what God gave me is something that's beyond measure, and it's just me who has to use it positively, inspire, help, and use white magic, not black magic.
White magic, black magic, isn't it all magic?
Yeah. The whole world is magic.
Is my so not going to Chongwe or anything, just do your thing on your own and use the talent
just,
God gave you.
You know, sir, I was actually, this thing has taught me so much. This thing of being called those sorts of names because of just some little words somewhere. I ended up reading the whole Bible at some point so I get some understanding. The reality, the way it is, reality, if you plant your seed, let's say it's maize, you put fertilizer, you remove the weed and you water, tell me what's going to stop it from growing?
Nothing.
Yes. So no matter what the witch does or the one with Jojo, your hard work will just bring out what you earn, what you
reap what you sow.
Yes, exactly. You just reap what you sow.
Let's talk about the collaborations that you've done over the years. You've done a lot of work with Daliso, one arm company, who was here actually a few weeks ago. Can you tell us the songs that you wrote or featured on?
Yeah, like for me, the journey was quite amazing, or rather, exciting. While I was still in Dola in college, I bumped into Daliso. Remember I told you I knew Daliso
From Refidim.
At Refidim, yeah? Later on in life, when I started living with Peterson, I discovered he was Peterson's friend. So we met in Dola. I was on my way to school and I just met these two tall guys and a short guy. The short guy was Dr. Love. And the two tall guys was Daliso and Q Dreads. Yes. And I was amazed because I was really hungry for studio time and what have you. So Daliso told me, let's go to Danger Zone. We do something. Then I had to run away from revisions. We were doing some revisions in college. Got on a bus to Kitwe. Daliso was in Kitwe. Had a sleepover in Kitwe. Next day, got on a Rosa to Chingola, to Danger Zone. This when that was my first time to meet Baska. Vayoka, I didn't know he was the owner of the studio because he used to come to Lusaka. He was my big brother Peterson's friend. So I only knew him like there's a man called Vayoka who comes here from
Kopala.
Yes, from Kopala. So I met him there in his glory, in his full glory, with his studio and with his boys, and they gave me a good warm welcome. And I happened to write Shansha for Daliso, the one who actually sang the chorus. That was my voice. Shansha limbikira paka veufuna uvipeze. Shansha limba pitiliza paka ufikepo. Chosamanta chifu kwa ndiye kwe umafuna weo deile. Osayo iwezi pompe upitilize. So we wrote that one. I remember it was in October. There was even some showers, those first showers, October rains of the rain season. First showers of the rain season. Then same day we recorded Kashimi. Those are the two songs that actually made Daliso's first album.
Yes.
Yeah. So those are the first songs I wrote, and I actually did the choruses. I actually structured the songs. From there, I think I became very acquainted with Daliso because we could make hits together. So 2010, my big brother Peterson happened to take me to Malawi. I went with Shyman. Then when we reached in Malawi, we discovered Shansha was like the biggest song. Came back to Zambia and Peterson told me, you need to come back here with Daliso. Because in Malawi, the live... So I had to be there as the person that did the original voice. Yes. From Malawi, when we came back with Daliso to Zambia, the day we arrived, the next day we recorded Vonse muzina rake, tiga konka mulungu vonse muzina rake, azaya kamwe chuma chonse ni chake. So coming from Malawi, we came with that Malawian vibe. We did Muzina Lake, written and composed by me, Karasa Karayo. Then we did spontaneous,
hits.
Yeah, collaborations with Daliso. I remember writing for Too Proud, the late. Ndalama zeve, zimakamba chitundu chiri chonse. That was me again. I've also written for people like Chichibi. You know Chichibi?
Name sounds quite familiar.
Yes, she became. She became a company DJ, and yeah, I wrote for her. Pali abengi nasalire pofie iwe.
I know that song. Yes,
we did that one with Chichibi. Been writing for my sister Lomi. Yeah, so like recently, maybe I don't know. There's so much to talk about in between, but recently we did something with J Max and Mzengaman, Girl from Africa, written by me, composed by me. We did something with Roberto, So Unfair, recently.
Okay.
That one we composed together. Just to mention a few.
A few, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. What would you say was your breakthrough hit? Was it "Oh Mama Go, Mama Go"? Or what was your
not
breakthrough
really.
hit? What's the hit that brought Karasa?
Okay, on that one, you know, it was quite tricky. In the sense that in 2009, I had told myself to say, let me start my musical journey. So I started doing some shows. Then I went to see Ben Blazer in Kitwe to record Pakakwacha. Chiza fankache ise Pakakwacha Bakulu Panama.
So that was you.
It was me.
I'm sorry, but I didn't know that was your song.
No, it was mine. But there was a very nice coincidence that happened on that one. I left Lusaka alone, got on a bus to go and see Ben Blazer in Kitwe. The moment I reached there, I found Peterson and Shaiman were coming from Kalulush. Hey, Karasa, here, what are you doing? Came to record them, like, were jumping on your song by force. So went to the studio and they just messed it up. And we did a good record. The only thing I want to say is I thought that was going to be my breakthrough song, but it didn't make requests. I believe a song must be requested.
Must be requested.
Yes, it didn't make requests like for it to really be registered hit song. So I felt a little, demoralized. Then in my demoralized feel, I went to see Jerry Fingers. He said, "Big man, I have no money to give you today." Then the good part is these guys, they believed in me. And he told me, come in the morning before I get busy. Just come in the morning before I get busy. So I went to see him in the morning and he asked me, what's the song? Then I sang for him. Like, do me, where are you? Come on, I'll be loving you. Then you're like, okay, let's start. You know how Jerry Fingers does this?
Jerry Fingers!
Makes the basics first. The sound, that's a sound that's like a keyboard first, like Mungani ku church first.
Even you're doing me. And each are a bit different because Jerry Fingers he sounds the way
He goes with what the artist
was
like.
Yes, that's why that one is like,
my God. That's what makes him a good producer.
You mean that's your song also?
Yeah.
Hey, when?
Yes.
Hey.
So he like laid it down. Then he did, and you are singing there and you're seeing the progress. Then he put the tuma. Those are the tuma final sounds. Then you're like, done, record. I recorded. I did 2 verses. Then it was like, we need a bridge. It was like he was working as if it was his song. Then he's the one who taught me how to do the bridge. He said, do me, come on, I'll be loving you. That is not like, do me, That was something a little different.
Now.
It wasn't from my head, it was from Jerry Fingers' head. He told me, do this. Then when I did that, he said, that sounds good. collected the vocals, whatever magic he does. Dr. Fingers also, maybe. So whatever he did. But what I wanted to say is that was my first registered banger.
Yes. That was the first.
That song is amazing, sir, because I remember I never took it to radio. Like, no, I'm promoting this song. The spark that happened is there was Breakpoint in Kawata where people used to perform that club.
Yes.
So I gave some DJs to say, I've got this song. While it was still rough, like rough mix, not really mastered. Yeah, when the guys played it, they said it's nice. Maybe they're just trying to make me feel nice or something. Yeah, but I realized everybody was saying the same word, and it was rough. Not so. I went back home. I was by then I was dating my Pokani.
Okay.
Pokani, the lady. Remember the one who sang "Sindine Mungeri Neo"?
Yes.
She was.
That was the baby mama.
And they wanna go there. You wanna go there anyway. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went home and in our private moment, I made her listen and she was like, "It's nice." Then I don't know if it's her or me, but we decided she puts a vocal on it. So next day, going to the studio again to trouble the big man. Then he also believed in Pokani, Jerry Fingers. So he said, so went there and she was like, can I also record? Then he said, yeah, you are going to blend. It's very good that this song actually needs a female
voice.
A unison voice. Not another voice, the same voice in just a higher pitch. I don't know, something like that. Then she did her voice calls, then Baho Turimu Piri Piri, she did her part, and I did my part. Where we just like added some more vocals to the same thing that was already completed. Then again, I made the DJs listen. That's when it went like wildfire. It was already, people loved it here and there. So we had the trip to Malawi. Remember that trip? Actually, that trip serves as instrumental to that song being a hit song, because what happened is I carried that CD for Pakakwacha, Bakoroba, so that the bands can rehearse to it before performance. But I sat on the CD and I broke it.
Wow.
And we reached Lilongwe and Peterson looks at me, where is your CD? It's broken. Then he said, like, how do you break? So what are you going to do? Then after telling me off how foolish I was to break the CD, then he asked me, what are you going to perform? Then I said, I've got another CD. Bring it here. Then he puts it in. Then he listens to it. Surprising, when it finished, he put it on repeat. Again, then he gave me a handshake. He said, Maiche, this is a song now. This is better than the broken CD. Wow. I was also feeling like, because of shouting at me, maybe just trying to make me feel good. We were touring with Lucius Banda, the late. Then after performing, Lucius Banda also called me, young man, who wrote this song? Then I said, this man, and he also did the same handshake. So we went to this place called Salima, because Lucius Banda used to do shows like every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks in a row. Town to town. No,
in Malawi.
Yes. And live band, not playback or what. So we went to this place called Salima. There's a beach, like at Lake Malawi, and then there's the stage, is like in the waters. At the bank, like where the beach ends, the stage is in the sand and in the water. It's a concrete stage. Yes. So I performed that song that day, and I felt like that was the best performance I did on that tour. And the audience requested for it. A song they've never heard. The song they're just hearing people singing on stage. When I stepped off stage, Lucius Banda gave me some pair of shades, and says this is a gift for good performance.
Wow.
Yes, so I came back to Lusaka still having that vision of waters. So the song, even right now when it plays, I'm seeing waters.
You're seeing waters.
Yes.
Are you sure Dr. Sansakua didn't give you something and go and pick up something from Lake
There's no
Malawi?
waters in Dola.
What would you say was a mistake that you made when you were just starting out, as a young artist? Maybe you made a mistake, but it has helped to shape, you today. Does it really helped you? Because, we make mistakes when we're young, but though we learn from those mistakes. Did you have such a situation where you made a mistake when you were younger and now that mistake has turned out to really help, shaped you into what you are today?
Maybe I think I'll be honest with that. The mistake that I made was a psychological mistake. Like, I came up without really suffering. You get the point, eh?
Of course.
Yes. I come from a big family. I'm a last born. So for me, my coming up was entirely on skill.
Pure talent.
Yeah, if there was no, what can I say? There was not that thing whereby I went through this, I went through that, I went through, you know what I'm saying? Like if you ask Peterson, he will tell you he went through a lot. Like I was always, under shelter. I was always, I couldn't say I would have a point where I can't have food. You know what I'm saying? So for me, really, that made me not really consider certain disciplines. Like I always believed I can outgo the rules and use skill to correct all the mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But as we are growing, we realize you can't always. What's the word? We can't always throw away things that we've worked for. I think I threw away a lot of things that I worked for. Money, be it property, be it connections. I was really a little casual on everything. Maybe I think the biggest mistake I ever made was to be casual on a lot of serious matters. Yes, of which at some point I actually, every time I'm brainstorming with my friends, I realize I have everything, but I just never taken everything serious. Yes. So being casual about everything has been the biggest mistake that I've ever made, to a point whereby with some things, picking up is a bigger jump, you know what I mean, than it was then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like right now I know I have to grasp on everything. I got children, you know what I'm saying? I have people who look up to me, but a family that feels they need some help from me, you know what I'm saying? So everything that I've ever lost, I feel like had I been informed enough about what the real world looks like, I was not gonna, throw away.
What's the most surprising thing that has ever happened to you as an artist?
Surprising? Very deep question.
Very deep question.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, as you ponder on the surprise.
Yes, but there's some big surprises.
Okay.
That I've had, like, like this really was like a positive surprise, anyway, not a negative. You remember the time I was bringing Zodwa Abantu? That story, when I was supposed to launch a Waterboy Pandemonium album. I had this little team that I would always delegate. I would tell to say, I want to you to do this for today, this, that. Then the day I was supposed to launch that Pandemonium album, there's a time I was supposed to launch, so I asked 1 or 2 people to help me find partners, what have you. Then I asked my team, guys, find me, because I put a lineup, Nzanga, Benishefu, Rafkid, Wezi, you know, a good lineup, like this is a lineup. But something was telling me, Titan Evolution was a bomb. My first album, when it's Go Mama Go Do Me and All Right and all these songs. I was like, this Pandemonium album didn't have any registered hit yet, but we had done so much good work with Mzengaman. And I needed, since it doesn't have hits right there, I knew there were going to be hits after the launch and what have you, but I needed a highlight. So I asked them, find me someone in Africa who we can bring to our launch to just highlight the event, you know what I mean? Put an excitement in the community about our day, you know? They told me, I came back, they told me there's techno, there's what? I said, rubbish. I want something a little spectacular, extravagant, you know? I came back the next day, they were all excited to see me. I remember Juanita, she's now at Concola Radio. I think she's the manager there or something. She said, boss, there's an idea. I said, what's the idea? Is this girl from South Africa?
She doesn't wear.
She's a socialite. She wears sunglasses.
Whether she doesn't wear, who under?
Yeah. Anyway. For me, I wasn't really excited, but I was like, okay. Let's check her out. Check the outline. She's got numbers. People are excited. We checked her appearance in Zimbabwe. It was lit but controversial.
Which is what you wanted, obviously. I mean,
yes. Somebody told me sex sells. So
I didn't hear that.
Anyway, it's just an English word. Anyway, yeah, no offense. So I was like, men like to sing nice things. So I was like, these are goodies. Come on. So we said, I told my PR guy, I said, who is in charge of this person? Then the guy was very good. You know, his letters, even Chris Brown would answer right there and then. I don't know what trick he would use. He just went round to check on her. Then he said, I've discovered she's under DJ Tira. So I said, connect to DJ Tira. He connected to DJ Tira. And he said, he said she could come around. So he reached out to her, and then, wow, the charges were quite reasonable. My team would pay somebody like even a certain amount, maybe 200, 300. We were ready to pay anybody to grace our event. Then I found it was actually less than 100,000. I was like, wow.
This is worth it.
Let's give it a try. So I told them to throw it on the media. And they just threw something on the media. They just said, who wants to see Zodwa Wabantu live in Lusaka? It was amazing. Response was...
Everybody wanted to see her.
You know, I had funds to do billboards, TV advert. You know, I reached a point where just when we made the artwork, after that question and what we saw the response, the moment we posted that artwork, it was as good as no need for billboard. That it was amazing. I remember someone from, I don't know, from one of these radio stations and TV stations, calling me before they read news. Like, we want to read news now. Next 30 minutes, what's the information? You know what I mean? That was the most amazing point where I felt like everybody needed me for info over that amazing story.
Wow.
Yes, so it was so overwhelming. I remember Lumwana had booked 3 Marco Polos. Kalumbira had booked 3 Marco Polos. This Kansanshi had booked also some, you know, like it was amazing. Like
They all
overwhelming.
came.
Yes, like even when we cancelled that show for Zodwa, when we had the issues with the government and what have you, when it got cancelled, you know, I made money for the cancellation. Are you getting me?
How
I
did
even
you
bought
make money?
myself a new car because of cancellation.
How did
Because
you make money from the
people
cancellation?
were, I mean, trying to console me and, you know,
So they were just...
they were like, I remember the assistant CEO for Zambia, because I was the Zambia ambassador at that period.
Yes, I remember.
I remember Mr. Felix Rupindura. I think you remember me, so rest in peace. He was a very good man. I remember him writing the whole, you know, all the offices, they got glass offices inside there, writing tickets sold here.
Wow.
Like jokingly around the whole company building, you know what I mean, around the whole building.
But Zodwa Bantu was here recently. Did you get to link up with her?
No. I felt like it was not, I mean, it wasn't me, you know.
Who had
I
brought
was
her?
actually talking to my partner who was funding me when we were bringing Zodwa the first time. We didn't know who brought her and we were not in touch and we couldn't just really try to show like we are part of her when we're not part of the organizers. So we let it go, and as we communicate separately.
Separately,
When we're in Durban or somewhere, those are people that show us around who can, you know what I mean? If you want something, you don't know what to do about it. She's always there, she's a friend. But
She's your friend now.
we can't poke our nose into
Her business.
Yeah.
Moving forward, as we wind down the show, who would you love to collaborate with? Local, international artists? Is there any artists that you've got in your mind? Say, but this one, I would love to do something with them.
Wow. Like local, I think I like Toera. No wonder why we collaborated. Yeah, she's a good professional songbird. Yeah, really. Okay, let me just be honest. Okay, I'm not going to say because of someone making landmarks or anything. I'm talking with who I feel impresses me. I like boys like Driemo. Driemo does good vocals. This Driemo, I think, is Malawi or something.
Oh, it's from Malawi.
So I hear, yeah.
Oh,
I like Driemo. He does very good vocals. Coming to rappers, I like Triple M.
Triple M.
Yeah, he bounces like you know what I mean? Like I don't know, he tapped it from Benesh Master or something. There's a word play. There's words that sound heavy and convincing when you mention
When
them.
you mention them.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Otherwise, on the African grounds, I have a program with Mafiki Zolo. We're supposed to do something, yeah. Though it's been long overdue, but we still have it in the pipeline.
Umafiki Zala, I'm fat.
Yes, but on the international globe, I have to go back to where I tap my genre from. I am reggaeton. I do reggaeton, and I would love to collaborate with Daddy Yankee.
Daddy Yankee.
Yes.
Your man.
Yes.
You're my Daddy Yankee from Jamaica.
No. It's from Puerto Rico.
But I know nothing about him, you know. My first time.
Yeah.
Hear this.
'Cause Puerto Rico is where they say reggaeton brewed and cultivated in Puerto Rico.
In Puerto
Brewed
Rico.
in Panama and cultivated in Puerto Rico. So reggaeton is originally a genre, a child of reggae dancer, but from the Spanish world. So reggaeton is a connection of the blacks and the whites.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Any projects in the pipeline? Anything we should look out to? Are you working on any projects? Any new projects?
Oh yeah, I am. All I can say is let my fans keep their fingers crossed, because I'm really trying to give them a very what can I say, professional compilation. I'm calling it a compilation because there are new songs that we're recording Then there are some songs that were in the Pandemonium album that we didn't unleash, that we're gonna put up together to make an album.
Yes.
Yes, so I'm currently affiliated with M-Beats.
Okay.
Mzengaman is my brother, is my friend, and is my,
He was here
partner.
on the show.
Yeah, he's my partner, and we have a binding contract.
Awesome.
I've recorded about 5
Songs.
with Mzenga.
So these are coming onto the new album?
Yes, but I also told myself to say, let me not leave things a little closed down, streamlined. So I went a little diverse to record with other producers also,
as well, yeah.
according to what the song sounds like and what the feel sounds like, so that the right producer could produce the right song. So I have something also about 2 jams I've done with my big brother Peterson, because we have a studio called Firehouse.
Fire.
Silverest.
One leg pan the fire, the other pan the water.
Yeah, my fireman put both legs in a fire.
In the fire. Yeah.
So we have something coming up.
Awesome.
Yes.
We are looking forward to that.
Thank you. But quite deep, because I realized something. Let me just say this. Music is very deep. I feel artists and some writers mostly behave shallow. What I mean by that is you can't be singing the same topics. Do you know what I mean? You can't be singing about God coming all the time. Or rather...
What about life living on earth before God comes?
You know, it's deep. I was telling somebody, music, you can sing about history. You can sing about things that happen, real life experiences. You can educate some people to say, don't do this. Or you can tell somebody, do this.
Do this, yeah.
You can do science fiction in music, you know that?
Yes.
You can do science fiction.
Okay.
You can do adventure in music. You can do fantasy in music. You can talk about something that doesn't exist.
Yes.
So long you are bringing the fantasy
To life.
into people. Yes.
Yes.
So my new music, we've got topics unsung about. Yes.
We can't wait.
Reality is almost infinite.
We can't wait to hear the new album. That was our guest for today, ladies and gentlemen, dear viewers, none other than Kalaluka, known as Karasa. But we can't leave you, Karasa, just to leave just like that. At least give us even like a chorus of, oh, go, mama, go. At least like a bad. Very emotion, I say.
Okay. Should I sing? Okay. Which one? Okay, let me do this. You got a perfect body of a woman. Only mature with a good sense of humor. Iwe kaleza kai wako amadiera. Daboto vera padi beans in a padi nondo. Karasa. One kachela vele vele. Wello manga bibili. Chamsana chakoni wabili. Elastic sticky body. Biggie man. Thank you very much.
Karasa, thank you so much for gracing the late night show with Pacman. It was great having you.
Pleasure.
This is your place, BMTV channel 114. All right, that brings us to the end of this week's show, ladies and gentlemen, dear viewers, and a big shout out, of course, to all the complex Papa Chompia Tauda Doji. Yeah, and of course, our guest today was none other than Kalaluka Karasa. Oh, go, mama, go. Yeah.